That's really what I've enjoyed the most.
Now, you mentioned your play style, so what kind of builds do you like running with in the W? Do you like playing as guards or some of the bigs?
I do enjoy the big position. That's what I've typically always done. But this year, I've actually excelled in the guard position, being able to shoot and being able to set up my teammates. So really, depending on the team that I'm playing with, I'll make the adjustment, and that's how we usually succeed.
Who would win in a one-on-one?
And the Wizards looking eager to get on the court and get to work on their home floor. This was earlier today as they came. And now Dallas' starting group. We've got Washington. MP is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Davis in at the 4. And for the Wizards, we've got Jordan Poole. Sarr out there with Chris Middleton. And it's Carrington in at shooting guard. And certainly on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
Sarr passes to Champagny. And it's off from three-point range. And Davis has got the ball here for Dallas. MP scanning the floor. Back to Irving. And he drives in. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
It's the balance that Kyrie Irving maintains, even after getting hit on the drive. It's incredible.
Here's Carrington. Off target from outside. Now here's MP. Left side, Davis. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. And it's good for 2.
And using that 6'7" frame to get in there and do work, Middleton will take on anybody.
From the stripe, Irving, that's good.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really give the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Sarr passes to Middleton. Here's Champagny. 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Sarr misses.
Not exactly what they're looking for out of the gates. Just 1 of 4 shooting.
To the inside. Washington's shot is good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
For Washington, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Carrington. And a fast break now. The Mavericks on the run. Irving, that's good.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Irving against Poole. Sarr passes to Poole. Down low. Here's Carrington. And Davis with the block.
No chance. Davis just too much to handle on the defensive side.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Washington. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
And here in the first half of December, a look at the most recent power rankings. Hey, some intriguing stories. You look at the Cavaliers. They're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, they've definitely made a statement here in the early going, outpacing some teams that were projected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with honor.
Poole for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, this is a staple of Jordan Poole's game, folks. This is why he is a volume three-point shooter.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname? The Pool Party.
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it. He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Washington. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now, 3 for 3.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Poole for 3. Again, the miss by Poole. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Their first look at this year's Washington squad.
They should have steamrolled this club last year, but that's not how it played out.
Inside. And Gafford gets it to go on the assist by Washington.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Pass to Sarr. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Irving for 3. They get it again. Kicks it out to MP. Now here's Washington. Takes a 3. And the three-pointer goes. Washington's got 9.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Back to Middleton. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Middleton's got his second bucket on the night.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
A step-back shot. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
The Wizards trail by 12. Here's Carrington. Kyrie Irving clears the rebound. MP against Middleton.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Oh, it's blocked by Washington.
Boy, they can't cut into this lead with him going stone cold and only so much time to turn it around.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And there's the lob.
Oh, man. Between his size and mobility, Sarr is the perfect lob threat.
The Mavericks lead by 12. Pass to MP. Right wing. Middleton against Washington. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Poole outside. The shot that time not on target. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. Over to the left wing. Rebound by Middleton. Pass to Carrington. Let's go with a 3. On target from range.
And he's only 1 for 8 so far. Hopefully that bucket helps his confidence.
And Dallas calls time here. And we're getting a little deeper into the season now, Doris. For teams off to slow starts, how do they kick it into gear?
I think the answer, BA, is probably contingent on what is at the core of the problem. Did you start the season with injuries? Are there young players on your roster who now are expected to fulfill greater roles? I mean, so much goes into getting into a rhythm and a role. One of the things you have to know is, does the system fit the personnel we have? And if one of those two things don't mesh, something has to give.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Mavericks.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce. And boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Exum gets the bucket.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Brogdon. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Holmes. Smart outside. Holmes down low. Lively's there.
Just stellar defense from Derek Lively. Uses that length to send it back.
Clock at 6. Here's Brogdon.
And you see that in building their lead, they've done an impressive job on the defensive glass. They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
And it's Marshall penetrating, and he dunks it down.
Klay Thompson understanding how to read the floor and make the right choice. Yes, he can score it, but good vision there.
And it's Brogdon with the ball for Washington. It's a 16-point game. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
That comeback they mounted in the fourth quarter looked so promising. I thought for sure they'd pull it off. It just didn't happen.
Here's MP. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Smart passes to Holmes. Now Kispert. Nice D from Thompson. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well. And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Kispert, the pass to Holmes. Yep, count it.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Dallas leading by 18. It's Exum on the wing. And he's going for the oop here.
2 minutes remaining.
Slam dunk by Lively.
Let's remember, this guy's got a 9'4" standing reach and a vertical that's ridiculous. Lively just getting to the rim.
Smart with the ball. Marshall's there. It's rebounded by Dallas. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Hey, their activity on defense was terrific. It was just full effort at that end of the floor and a bunch of blocks to show for it.
The best defenses do a great job of protecting the rim. That team did not give an inch. They defended and contested every shot.
Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
BA, this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Smart with the bucket.
Well, you know Marcus Smart understands how to use his body inside, and I just love how he goes right up with the shot.
Exum. Here's Lively. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Holmes. Exum, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Marshall with the bucket.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Here's Brogdon. Kispert outside. All alone. The shot no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Thompson passes to MP. Lively against George. Lively inside, and that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. MP against Smart, and it's rejected.
You know what I love is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game.
Washington shooting their first foul shots of the night.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Smart.
Well, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
The Mavericks making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. The Mavericks lead by 22. MP, the pass to Marshall. Pass to Dinwiddie. Lets it go from deep. Another three for Dallas.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's Dallas up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Back after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
Chris Middleton is out there with Sadiq Bey. Then it's Jordan Poole. Then there's Sarr. And it's Carrington in at the 2. That's the group for Washington right now.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Davis, the pass to Dinwiddie. The 11-footer. Here's MP. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. MP's got his second basket.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Pass to Poole. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Throw it down on the lob.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Davis. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yes, selfless stuff on that dish from MP.
And for Washington, they're shooting just around 32% from the field. Poole, the pass to Bey. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
At the line for the Wizards, Sadiq Bey. 2 shots.
And he drops the first.
Substitution on the court.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button.
Out of
A
bounds.
losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. Here's Kispert.
Listen, we know Klay Thompson prides himself on being an exceptional defender. And guess what? He has the length and athleticism to do just that.
Williams' shot is good.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive. Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Back to Williams. MP outside. Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. For 3. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 7th assist here tonight.
Klay Thompson is not about to let a 3 go unanswered. Big time shot.
Back to Brogdon. Launches a 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
To the middle. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon is a capable shooter from distance. We know how efficient he is. But boy, does that set up the passing game. Pretty.
Thompson, that's good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
George passes to Smart. Here's Holmes. He has 7. It's George on the wing. Fires at the elbow. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Marshall's got 4 rebounds now.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 2 minutes.
Takes one from 10 feet, and it's Dallas scoring again.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Holmes finds Smart. Got it. Good job in the low post. Smart's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Lively inside. Defended by Holmes. Lively with the bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And the jam by George.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Williams passes to Lively, and he makes it. Lively's got 10 points in the game.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Pass to Holmes. Now Brogdon. Knocked loose and stolen by Williams. And MP gets it to go on the assist from Williams. He has 6.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area. Huh?
Holmes with it. George outside. Holmes, no good.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Williams finds MP. Here's Marshall, defended by Kispert. Marshall with the bucket.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
For 3, George. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Dallas building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back after this word. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
So the Mavericks 5 right now. They've got Najee Marshall, Davis out there with Washington. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's MP in at the 2. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then, they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Sarr. Here's Champagny. Still without a bucket. Yep, that one goes.
Not only is Sarr a willing passer, he's a very skilled passer as well.
Here's Irving. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Carrington, covered by MP. Poole left side. Pass to Champagny. From downtown. Offensive board. Here's Sarr. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Sarr's got 8.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Kyrie Irving again.
What a masterful performance from Kyrie Irving. He's over a decade into his career. He can still take over a game.
Down low. Here's Carrington. Rebounded by Marshall.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Here's Washington. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Washington.
13 points in the game.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Middleton against Washington. Pass to Carrington. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Irving, the pass to MP. To the inside. Marshall with the bucket.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Back to Poole. Pass to Sarr. Middleton outside. Off target from three-point range. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavs. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And Dallas making a change here. Gafford's checked in. The Wizards have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. And there's the drive. Here's Carrington. Excellent D there from Davis.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Davis resolute with the and one.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That free throw good from Davis. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
Here's Middleton. They can't stop the run with that one. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Washington passes to MP. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
Assisted by
MP's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Middleton looking around to the paint. Sarr. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Sarr's got 10 points.
And defensively, you just cannot let Sarr get that ball inside.
Irving against Poole. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back.
Tremendous effort on the boards. He's been playing big all night. Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Poole's shot is off.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Davis drives in, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Davis has got 7 now in this quarter.
The amazing thing about AD, you don't have to create for him. He's a big man who can create for himself.
Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Gafford. Pass to Middleton. Here's Carrington. Washington again can't hit.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit one from range in the first half, but nothing since.
Nails it from 3.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Middleton. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
What an aggressive slam by Middleton. Oh, my. I mean, I like when he uses his athleticism like this.
With the teardrop. And it's laid up and in by Irving. Irving's got 22 points. Washington's got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Poole finds Middleton. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Washington passes to Irving. On the wing, Davis. Baseline try. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Poole, the pass to Middleton. Pass to Carrington. Looking to end this cold spell. It's rebounded by Dallas.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
To the middle. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Inside. Here's Sarr. And Gafford with the block.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end.
That one goes in. Davis has got 18. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
The 3 from Washington. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
The drive by Poole. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Poole's got his second bucket of the game.
That's Jordan Poole going off the dribble drive, taking advantage of what the defense gives him.
So many ups and downs in his career, Boris. You forget how young Jordan Poole is.
Well, think about opposite.
Substitution on the court.
Now Gafford. It's rebounded by Washington. Sarr's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jordan Poole out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's George. Then it's Kispert, and it's Sarr in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession.
Wizards ball. Substitution for your Wizards. Rashawn Holmes.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Marcus.
6 to shoot. Poole outside. A shot from the high post. It's rebounded by Dallas. Williams with it. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Mavericks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
Smart against Williams. Now here's Smart. Defense right on him. Over Williams. Offensive rebound. Poole shot is off. And Williams has got the ball here for Dallas. The floater. And it's good on the layup.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Pass to Marshall. Now here's MP, guarded by Poole. Marshall inside. Ooh, nice D from George. Poole outside. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It wasn't enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for...